Hi. I got some coffee. We got crap everywhere. We have a truck that might actually drive out of this driveway today. We have a few odds and ends. I'll just, to say the least, kind of in various areas. Right now I'm going to work on the clutch pedals and get that done and actually try and bleed the clutch out and then see if it'll work and I'll be able to move the gears around and stuff. And then I'm waiting on two parts from AutoZone. I'm waiting on a rear output shaft seal. Alright, just a couple things you're going to want to remove. Just get this guy out of the way if you have one. And there's a couple of mismatched screws that hold that in there. I think my switch here is a 14mm, yeah. Let's see if I can prop you up with a screwdriver. Okay, nothing's attached to there, so you can barely just lift up so you don't break any of the plastic. You should come around there and get your dead spiders out of the way. So that gives us plenty of room to our steering column stuff. We have actually two bolts that you want to remove, are just these here. Here. And then there's I think there's what, five some bitches. Yeah. So those two up there that hold it up to the dash, or the main, actually pretty much the main support. And then you have I'm trying to look and see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Looks like 10mm bolts. You want to get that out, and that should come right off the firewall, and this should come out. And there's some harness connectors we're gonna need to get out. Alright, I got our Ford Flex tripod, and I'm sorry that you're seeing my butt. Make sure your steering wheel is locked, which this one is. There's a, I think it's a 14mm bolt or nut that holds the center bolt for the lower steering shaft. So that was pretty simple. And there's one Ford steering column. Look at that. That was easy. That was a piece of cake. So now we actually need to undo this connector too, because it goes up through here. And we want to let's see. So, if I remember correctly, the yard, they changed the nut size. And I think it goes from metric to SAE, so I'm going to use 15 on this one. I hate that shit. I feel like we're not another brand that had to do this. They switch up the size. I'm going to fix it right now. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Two 10mm bolts under there. What the hell am I doing now? Okay. Here she comes. Get this massive wiring harness out of here. And then my power cable for my radio is really fucking me here. Okay, the manual transmission pedal assembly is a bit trickier to install because you have this extra piece off to the side. But this is from an 84, and it fits right up in here in my 82, so that's good. We get our harness here. Yeah, everything's all bolted back up in there. This is a little bit trickier to put on now, but I just put a new switch in there not too long ago, so we're good there. Because this is a weird fit, make sure that your brake lights don't stay on and still work. I think this is good now. Our brake pedal works. Still got brake pressure, so our brakes haven't died on us. Clutch head needs to be bled out, but and I gotta tighten those up so this will be solid. But I got that tightened up, so it's just a little bit of play, but just the right amount actually. And I got this thing here, this rod's in its natural position locked into that cylinder, and then I just turned the rod out enough to where it'll reach this guy here, and then tighten the jam nut and just lock that, put that little high-tech cotter pin in there. So that's good. There, it's back in. We have our man pedals. Man pedal and our man stick. Now I can bleed my clutch out. That'll be interesting. So what do you guys think? Oh wait, you've already told me. You guys said you're impressed with what I've been doing and how this build is going. Thanks for the feedback, I really appreciate it. Okay, got my bench seat in. This is all put back together. Shifter doesn't interfere with anything. It looked like it was going to interfere with the bench, but or the bench is going to interfere with it, but it goes in reverse and leaves 2 inches of clearance. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, see? You see? Got it all bolted back up in there. I got some Explorer floor mats. I'm going to put one over here so I have something to step on. And we're good to go. So I'm gonna almost done here. I'm gonna work on the reverse wiring so I can get that out of the way, and it should be almost time to go get some parts. All right, we have bled out the clutch. Wipe that off. Got some A4, hopefully not on the paint. I gotta double check that guy. Our clutch works. Compresses all the way. The bushings in this thing are a little stiff, so it doesn't quite return all the way. But that little bit of movement there doesn't affect the fork. Oh man, I'm getting tired. You know, I really don't like doing transmission stuff. I like the engine part, but the transmission part, it's killing me. So, as you know, clutch pedals are in. We got the clutch bled out. It's working fabulous now. It's funny is the bushings in there squeak. I don't care at this point. Freaking clutch bushings. I don't give a shit. Here, I'll show you. I sprayed some PB Blaster on it. Might try and hit it again. That's not too bad. Pedal comes up all the way. I topped the fluid off and pumped it some more, and it is now responding just like it should. It's a nice pedal. I like it. I took out the muffler. We're gonna reuse this one. I don't think we'll have an issue with it. It's just pretty much almost a straight through muffler with some things in it. I don't think the diesel will plug it up, so I'm gonna try and use it. We just have our drive shaft laying there. We're waiting for the seal. As soon as I get the seal, I can stab it up in the transmission over there. I can then put the drive shaft in. And then, oh yeah, I gotta finish bolting the tank up. I gotta crawl back under there again. Do that before I forget. I gotta put in my diesel filler neck. And then, let's see, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock now. I might give AutoZone a call and see if my parts are in. And then we'll just go run up. The sooner we can get this running, the better it'll be. So I got fuel tank. I gotta tighten up my drag link or whatever on the steering at the steering gear. It's gonna be kind of an issue, so I'm gonna have to really crank on that one. So fuel tank, filler neck, shifter boot, thing, power steering pump, transmission seal, put the drive shaft in, put the suspension in droop, and see if the drive shaft falls out. If it does, then we can't jump it. I'm not gonna jump it. Okay, $100 some later. Got some extra parts. Got a cooling fan. I didn't test fit it and totally put it on here and used these up, and the thing was rubbing right on here, so I moved it over. Used one of the old fan shroud things. Zip tied it here, and then I gotta find something to hold it down there. I'm hoping the new radiator doesn't have this thing right in the center, because then I can just sit it in there perfectly and then zip it down. But it works and it blows pretty good, so it should cool it for a little bit. And we got our new power steering pump on. This is for an 89 Ram. Had to make a gasket. You want to do it right, order one, but this is what I'm going with right now. Just used a gear puller and then a power steering pump installation tool, and that got us in there without killing the pump. And it wouldn't go any further, so that's where it needs to be. And we got a power steering cap. Let's see if it fits. We just got a serpentine belt conversion, diesel fuel injection, turbocharged, extra clearance for oil pan, gasket changing, Saginaw pump, gear drivetrain upgrade, all in one package, and a lot more power and better fuel economy. Make a lot of power and get better gas mileage, diesel mileage. That's gonna be weird. I'm gonna call it diesel mileage. I'm getting better diesel mileage. Already has ATF4 in it. It's purple. That's going in. Alright, I got the fan wired up. It's kind of dicked, but got the relay over there. It's got another wire for another fan, so you can run two fans if you really needed it. And we might have a second fan that'll have actually wired to a separate relay into a switch that I can manually control.
Yeah, I'm recording. Alright, Jimmy's starting her up. And
making sure it's in neutral.
This is going to be the first trial run.
What? Let's see if it'll go in reverse.
Moving. Got the hood shut. Yeah, you were trying to talk to me, and I was like,
I said blah blah blah.
all I heard was
It
diesel.
moved.
All I had was diesel.
It moved.
Priceless. Smoking. Now I get to go chase Jimmy around the corner. Yeah, I was just seeing, I was just waiting for this.
The brakes work, they're pretty tight, but
Wow. After all that. Wait. Hold on. Fuck! Holy piss knockers!
power steering works amazingly. Still got some air in it.
Wow. Squeak! Squeak! She's a diesel. Alright. Jimmy chill. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
I gotta tighten my steering up, it's a little floppy.
It's kind of like mine right now.
Yeah, I gotta get this car right.
There's the box truck coming. Did you downshift with this thing or no?
Yeah.
It slows it down?
Just did.
Oh, sweet. That's good.
I gotta tighten that joint up. The fucking rod was being a piece of shit, so I just gave up on it.
That's the look of triumph right there. Oh God!
Power steering is way better.
Alright, go ahead and stop it right here. Right here. Okay. Alright, let's check and see Lincoln. Let's see. Oil pressure is good. Temperature is cold. The fudge.
Yeah, it's the upper radiator is just barely getting warm. We got good oil pressure.
Yeah.
Let's tighten up that link and get this shit out of here. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. Oh, wrong key. I had to go take a shower, edit up this video for you guys. And I gotta secure that. bushings are a little squeaky. People, look. Manual brakes. Adjust my headlights all the dick. Used to the manual brakes and that squeak. I need some stuff. I love the power steering now. My lights don't flicker anymore. They don't flicker. Yes. I've been driving around for the past hour. Oh yeah, I put 20 bucks diesel in it. I left the station with that much diesel, and then I came back here with that much diesel. The same amount. Speedometer gear. Sorry. The speedometer, whatchamacallit? Oh, my eyes. The speedometer worm drive in the transmission, since it's plastic, is gone out. So I need to order a brand spanking new one. Show you under the hood now that it's running and driving. My face is on fire. I am taking this to work tomorrow. It's my EcoBoost F150. Here, I need to make a support for this. Oh yeah, it's getting a little low on coolant. This is running so cool. Comes out hot, goes right back out, nice and cold. But, well, I'm gonna go edit up this video for you guys. Next week we'll do some more. And this is how it sits with an MP435 and a Cummins. It sits pretty good. I need to get new springs up front. Mine are getting tired. New steering links and a steering alignment. But now I can actually get halfway decent fuel economy. And for driving in the city,
or doing highway, the 1-to-1 kind of works out. If you're doing 50, 60 or 55, doing the speed limit on the highway, it's good. Any faster than that, you'd really want an overdrive. But yeah, I'm a happy camper. It's not in the driveway anymore.